we are going to jump into the game, and we are talking about goal generations. And someone in the chat is saying, can you show me how to see the youth intake? Because I don't know how to do so. So if we go to squad, and we go to youth setup, and we go to youth candidates, they will appear here in about 45 days time. I don't know where I saw the 45 days bit. It's about 45 days until the youth intake comes through, I believe. Unless I'm thinking of a different save, I don't know. But I reckon this is where it should be, kind of thing. So there you go. Hangman, thank you very much for the tier 1 on Twitch. Much appreciated. It's very kind of you. Hello, Tom. Last video is very good. Good job. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. It's been it was a good fun video to make, actually. I enjoyed making it. And it was fun to experiment a little bit. I think maybe they may need to tweak tactics a little bit because there are obviously some broken bits there. Like, all my midfielders are arriving late into the penalty area, so they're just not marked at all. That just doesn't seem quite right, does it? So there we go. Psychology. Oh, no, physiology. Sorry, not psychology. Physiology. I couldn't read there. Physiology. What's the title of your assignment? I'm sure as a chat we can come together and work out how to get you through that. Let us know, Fergal. One of my friends is Queen's Park, the team that we batted on the weekend, and one saying he's going to do St Johnstone. I think you've got this one, Partick Thistle. I think you've got it. Up the boing boing. Half pint element, good to see you. Welcome in. Let's get promotion tonight and see Borough back into the big time. Well, I'm not quite sure how long tonight's stream is going to be, if I'm honest with you. I've had a busy, long day. I've got housework to do. I say housework. I've got to hang some mirrors up later on and things like that. And then also, because I feel like I'm getting quite a lot of reverb around this room still, there's not a huge amount of soft furnishings yet. I've bought a lot of these claim to be acoustic panels. I'm not quite sure how effective they're going to be. They were pretty cheap on Amazon, and they don't look like normal acoustic panels in the way that they're sort of like they're very flat, and normally acoustic panels are kind of like jaggedy to absorb sound, aren't they? So we'll see how good these end up being. I'm going to stick these on the wall at some point. I got the grey because it's a light wall behind my desk, and I want to keep things a bit lighter in here because it's at the back of the house and it's not as bright. So, which is good for recording and keeping lights constant, kind of thing. Anyway, I'll do those later on, probably. So lots to do in this. What's your save going to be in the full game? Yeah, when we're going to finish off this season with Middlesbrough. I had planned to get through a few seasons, but I haven't streamed as much as I anticipated that I would do. So I suspect we'll finish this season with Middlesbrough and hopefully go up, and that'd be quite cool. Maybe one day we can come back to it. But I do want to do something more long term, and I'm not quite sure on the team yet. I'm reaching out to Surprise Shirts to see if they want to just send me a mystery box, and then we just play as that team. Because I think that's quite a fun way to decide and see how that works out, really. So that'd be quite good, to be fair. So I'm not quite sure who the team will be, but we'll definitely do it. Definitely do it. I'm enjoying FM26, Dan. I am enjoying it. It's good fun, actually. Mid-March for the youth intake. I'm sure it said somewhere like 45 days. I don't know where we've seen that now. If I search youth intake, I don't know. I don't know where I've seen that. Anyway, we're not too far from mid-March because we are at the very end of January, as you can see. Essentially, we're on deadline day. So let's recap things a little bit, shall we? We are 29 games into the season. We are up to third in the table. The table kind of has been fixed by Football Manager. You can now see more than 14 teams. Frustratingly, it's only 21. Why can't they just make this big enough to have 24 teams on it? Surely. Sure, I mean, you've got so much space here, you could just squeeze things up into a little bit. Still, it's really frustrating. I just want to see the full 24. Anyway, we're third in the table, by the way, everyone. We've got a game in hand on Norwich ahead of us, and if we win our game in hand, we will go into second place on goal difference, which would be really good fun. So hopefully we can push for automatic promotion. I think top spot, Ipswich Town, that might be a little bit too far away with 16 games to go, but there we go. So in terms of results, we've been in a pretty decent run of form after we had a few losses in a row that we got very cross about. But then they've been in a bit of good form recently, winning games only by 1 goal, but at least we are winning, which is quite good, to be fair. So I'm pretty happy about that, of course, as well. And of course, we made signings in the January transfer window. So if we go to the transfer window, sorry, not the transfer window, the transfer history underneath it, you can see that we signed A new goalkeeper in Abramovitz is how we say his surname, I think, potentially. I could be lying too. I'm not going to try and remember how to say the first name. It wasn't actually as difficult as it looks, but it's the L with the line through that throws me off. So it's not like Sloramir, it's something a bit different. But Abramovitz is the way you say the surname, I believe. And then we also picked up Lewis Miley on loan. He's not played much for us. In fact, has he played at all for us yet? He came off the bench in the Championship. He came off the bench for us. I thought that was the case. And got a 6.6 rating, so nothing impressive there. But he's going to hopefully help us push towards promotion today as we look to get towards our youth intake. The first thing to do is play Norwich. We've got the Norwich game coming up, and I don't think I want to make any changes. We're winning games at the moment. We kept a clean sheet last time out, so unless there's anyone that I'm thinking is desperately needing to be in the team, which currently is no. I mean, I guess Lewis Miley, but we can bring him off the bench, introduce him to the team slowly. I think this is looking quite good for us right now. So let's go to match and see what we can do here. Hi Tom, got FM26 using your Fanatical code. Already got transmitted from League 2 to the Championship. You love to see it. Glad you're enjoying the game, and clearly you're doing a very good job. Like I said right at the start of the stream, the big discounts on Fanatical end tomorrow. So if you want to get the game for the very cheapest price possible, you've got about another 20 hours, I think it says on my timer, on Fanatical. So make sure you get that sorted. It's in the pinned comments on YouTube and in the description on Twitch, !FM26. Players coming out onto the pitch then. It's quite a tough game, this one, Norwich. They're one of the teams that are always there or thereabouts when it comes to promotion. I'll try and get to broadcast there. Also, I was asking on Twitter and Facebook, I don't know if I said Facebook, YouTube earlier, about match speed highlights. We'll just watch this in the background whilst I talk about this. Match speed highlights. It turns out I am in a very small minority of people that play on 1x0 speed in FM24, and everyone else, it's about 85% of people that play above 1.0 times speed, and I think a lot of you guys are probably in that boat. So based off that, we are going to, even though I don't like it, we're going to bump the match speed during highlights up to 1.25% to make you guys happy, because this is a democracy sometimes, on occasions. But Toad, thank you very much for the tier 1, much appreciated. You love to see it. Is that code worldwide or just UK? You have to check. I think it's mostly Europe. There's a checker on there as well for if it works in your country, I believe. Can I do a Maccabi Haifa save? I don't think so. I'm not planning on doing a Maccabi Haifa save, if I'm honest with you. The OP tactic on the Welsh team to the Prem was ridiculous. What, in FM24? Yeah, there were some very overpowered tactics in FM24 by the end of it. Everyone kind of figured out what was just the best. And it was good to use. See, this is just way too fast passing. So fast. I don't like it. You've also go to 1.25 speed. We've done it. It's way too fast. Strelic scores the goal. We'll take that. But I could barely keep up with what was going on there. Barely. Do you reckon with the news tonight, it's worth starting the main save now? What's the news tonight? I don't know. I've been busy all day. I've not looked at anything really. The strikeless formation did was crazy. Attempted to try it myself. I think that's something that needs to be patched a little bit. Because it does seem insane that my midfielders can just get into the penalty area and not be marked at all because they're arriving late and you just get a free shot on goal. It's crazy, to be fair. Basically, no large update with the game release. Oh, fair enough then. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything game breaking in the game, is there? Nothing that I've seen, to be fair. So I think you'd be okay to start along. I typically do in beta saves, to be fair. And I've had nothing game breaking this time around either, so I think you're okay. Have I missed the youth intake? Not yet. We're at the very start of February, so we've got until March to sort of get into that and see it, I would say. So Norwich now looking to get down this near side of the pitch with Jack Stacey. Plays it forward. Look, all the passing, the movement is way too fast now. I guess I'm just so used to watching one-time speed. So this just looks like they're on like caffeine or something like that. And they're just going so fast. I don't get it. But it's difficult to keep up with. This feels... Because I played on like this slightly faster speed in FM24. Because that felt the most realistic to me. And if this is what that's meant to be, it's completely different to me. It just does not... You do 1.5. No, surely not. I don't know how you can watch it any faster than that and understand what's going on. It seems crazy to me. But it's what the people want, so we'll stick with it. We are still in front here against Norwich. McLean to Stacey. Stacey into Topic. Are they going to bring on Jovan Makama? That's my big question. Jovan Makama, of course, signed for Norwich this summer from Lincoln City. So I've got a bit of a connection there. He's Lincoln City's record transfer now, so I'm pretty keen on him. Loved the video on the youth intake and what effect it has. You made some time ago. Love getting homegrown talents. Well, there's some pretty old school videos you guys are talking about, to be fair, because they are. I've not done those for a long time. So they must be quite old school, to be fair. Whittaker in the penalty area now, looking to find a man in the middle. There's Naipan, gets it back to Whittaker, and the shot goes in the back of the net, and I've no idea how it happened because it was moving so fast. I'm bitter about this, chat. I am bitter. I'm doing it for you, but I am bitter. I'm very bitter. Yeah, I think they've got to change different speeds, haven't they? They've got to add a couple more. Like a 1.1 would be the sweet spot, I think. I think I'd enjoy 1.1. James, Anime, good to see you. Welcome into the chat. I hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, 1.5 speeds with mods, actually, isn't it? There are looking like some really good mods coming out for FM26. I've not really looked at any of them yet. When I'm not like recording or scripting a video, I'm just doing some like houseworky bits and things like that. So I've not been kept in the loop much, to be fair. I mean, it's great timing that we got into the house before FM26 came out, but bad timing that we got in like a week before it came out, kind of thing. Ideally, it would have been a lot earlier, but the first house that we put an offer in Thorn we thought we were going to buy fell through because the house was subsiding, so we didn't want to go for that one in the end, obviously. So we had to like start the search again, and like in an ideal world, we would have been in like midsummer kind of thing and been here months, but we had to all push it back kind of thing. So there we go. Afraid to install mods this early on and break the game. If they break the game, you can uninstall the mods and start over again, I would say. Right. Half-time, 2-0 up, exactly where we want to be doing. We are... I forgot it was Norwich who are second in the table, of course. Huge game. Really underplayed us at the start, didn't I? Saying, yeah, they're a pretty difficult team to beat, Norwich. Didn't even realise... I did realise, because I said it like 2 minutes beforehand, didn't I? But Norwich are literally second in the table. Beating them is huge for us right now. This is like a massive... This is the +4 net gain in goal difference right now. Rossman has got a knock, though, so I think we'll take him off the pitch in a second. If we go to tactics, let's get him off for Bangora, who's done well on that left-hand side. Let's go. If you increase the resolution to 200%, the quality increases tremendously. Oh, in what sense, sorry? Like, I don't think there's a 200% option on Football Manager. It's just like small, medium, large for text. There's no like scaling options for the UI, is there? Unless they've added that in recently, and I've not seen. Favourite formation till now are definitely the attackerless one that we did on the video on YouTube the other day. That was a lot of fun, to be fair. Bangora brings the ball forwards. Plays a crossing towards Naipan. Can he just find that across to Strelic? He can. And now we're 3-0 up here, cruising against second place, now third place Norwich. And I'm feeling confident about getting automatic promotion now. Tom, I really want to tell you this. It's just my opinion, but I'd love to see the videos on YouTube of the series were a bit longer, like 45 to an hour or so. See some more detailed content and more info like that. I think you might be in a minority there, to be fair, if I'm honest with you. And also, it's also a case if I could, extend the video out like that long, but I don't think it'd be very good, personally. So I see your point, but I think I don't like doing that. So there we go. There we go. It's a dictatorship here, I'm afraid. Naipan with 3 assists so far is looking good. The luck modifier has reset nicely for him then if he's got the 3 assists. And straight with 2 goals is not too bad either. Toe pitcher shot saved by the keeper, so that's decent as well. Is FM26 worth it? I would say so. I'm enjoying it. I feel like I could be in a minority because some people, well, maybe not a minority, I think there's a vocal minority that are very anti-FM26. But I've really enjoyed playing throughout this beta. And like I wake up and think, oh yeah, I actually want to play this today kind of thing. Because at FM24 it's kind of like, getting bored looking at the same kind of things now. And it's nice to have something different and fresh. So maybe that's just me as my perspective. But oh my word, Hayden Hackley, that would have been incredible. That would have been incredible. Whew. Okay. Middlesbrough in possession. Here we go. Malanda gives the ball to Ayling. A 4th goal here would be the crown because I want Strelic to get his hat-trick. We're going to make some more changes in a minute with 15 minutes to go. There's a couple of tired faces on there and I think we need to bring Lewis Miley on, for example. But if Whittaker can just find a ball into... It's Naipan. He gets the goal instead. 3 assists and a goal. The young wonder kid is doing tremendous work out there. So let's bring on Kante and Lewis Miley. Do they want to swap over? Not massively, I don't think. And then we'll also bring on Callum Britton for a bit as well. And Tommy Conway. Needs a bit of game time. Let's get him up there. I mean, 15 minutes isn't much, is it, to be fair, but it's better than anything else. Seen the comps to reveal? No, like I've been so busy there, I've not looked at anything. So, no, I haven't, I'm afraid. I haven't. Please do more Scottish teams. There's a plan to do things with more Scottish teams, 100%. Right. Neto brings the ball forwards to Bangura. There's Lewis Miley. Back towards Neto. Forward to Bangura in that wide area. Looking to get past his man. If we score a 5th here, we're getting promoted. Even 15 games to go, I'll be so confident about getting promoted. As Whittaker, okay, isn't going to put it in the back of a net like that. It's a bit of a wild header wide. But that's all right. It's interesting, by the way, that the Norwich attackers are on a 6-point rate, 6.0 and a 5.9. I mean, arguably, they've not had many chances to do things wrong. I guess they're getting a low rating because they're not creating much or doing anything. But they've not had, I mean, 12 shots actually is quite a lot, to be fair. We just had 27, though, which is insane. So we really put them in their place there. And apparently, why are we saying we got away with that performance today? We're training tomorrow. No, that was literally the most. That is maybe the best performance you put in all season. Why am I being given the option of like you were crap out there? Basically, we've just beaten second place Norwich 4-0 to leapfrog them on the table. Literally the best performance of the season. That's about as good as a win as you're likely to see. We'll say that to them, and they all seem pretty happy, which is good. There we go. Right. So that puts us into second place. That doesn't. Because the table's not updated. Press continue. And then it'll update. Middlesbrough fans want a permanent deal for Naipan struck. I don't think Man City are going to let that happen. Championship. There we go. Into second place. Now with a huge goal difference swing over Norwich. And a game in hand over them as well. Actually, a game in hand over Ipswich as well. Win that and we go 7 points behind them. So, top spot isn't out of the question. But I think it's still a long way off getting there. But who knows? We've still got to play them again at some point this season, I believe. So maybe we'll get there. I think it's had Sheff Utd was our next game. They have recovered since their early woes. They are now 18th as opposed to in the relegation zone. But we are getting there, aren't we? We are getting there. I don't think a permanent deal for Naipan actually could be struck here. Has it got an indication of how much he's going to cost? Doesn't say anything there about how much he could possibly cost. But he is worth 33 to 38 million, so it's not going to happen anytime soon because we've not got that kind of budget, have we? Liam, thank you very much for sending some raiders over. Much appreciated, fella. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for coming across. I hope you had a good stream, and hope you're doing well. Up the borough, he says. Up the borough. Right. Loan offer. So we're getting with deadline day right now. Hansen is wanted on loan. Yeah, go on then. Oh, hang on. Are we trying to sell him already? Have we got like... Oh, we've got loads of loans to buy, haven't we? 2.4 million from FC20 is good though, but the 1.9 is not good. So we'll refuse those ones. Keep pressing continue. Any refunds via Fanatical? I don't know. You have to check with them, to be fair. I don't know off the top of my head, if I'm honest with you. Someone in the chat might know, to be fair. You look great tonight, Tom. Thank you very much, you flirt. Hearts also want Hansen. For 2.1 million down the line, yes, you can have that. How are you feeling about our fellow Will Still, by the way? Would like to know an opinion on your side of the channel. I saw he got sacked. I have no concept of how well Southampton are doing this season. I've looked at the Championship table at all. If it's not Lincoln City or the Premier League, really, I'm not looking at it massively, if I'm honest with you. So I presume he's just had a really crap start to the season, and they want to get promoted, but they're not. And he's gone, and it kind of makes sense, I would guess. I don't have much of an opinion, I'm afraid. I do apologise. It's not my... I don't know much about it. But he will still be playing Football Manager, I'm sure. Yes. Tom, did he get an assistant manager in? I believe we hired one last time out, yes. So maybe they've not arrived yet. If we look at staff. No, sorry, it's in recruitment, isn't it? Staff transfer activity. Yeah, some bloke's coming in, got a work permit, and then he'll be sorted. So we're there. They're 21st. What, in real life? They're 21st. Yeah, I can see why he's been sacked then. Jeez, that is bad. Do I know a Toothless Dragon? Yes, I'm aware of the films and books about Toothless Dragons. Not seen the films though. Club still want Hansen. Has he not signed anywhere yet? It's deadline day, fellas. Oh, but wow, you're putting a big offering down the line. Not that it matters too much to us, to be fair, because I think we're going to finish this up at the end of the season, aren't we, and move on to something else. But I'm still liking to play this as if it's realistic for me. But they really are now taking their time with this, with deciding. Bergsorg's wanted. Oh, he's going actually for 1.8 million. Great. See you later. Hello, Cronster. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hansen is also now going to NEC. Great. Off you go. 3 million. Got sacked just in time for the FM 26 full release. Masterclass from him. You're right, to be fair. It is quite the masterclass. He's done well. What team thinking of doing going into the full release? I don't know yet. I sent a message to Surprise Shirts to say if they want to send me a mystery box with just a random team in like Eastern Europe. Because I want to do Eastern Europe, I think. That's kind of like a league around there and get a team from Eastern Europe to win the Champions League. I think that would be a good fun story to do as we progress through things. Bergsorg transfer cancelled. Why? Because we failed to do the paperwork on time. Oh, come on. That's frustrating. He's delayed that, hasn't he? He's done that on purpose. Good job we're not going to play this game much more. There we go. So yes, I'm sure we'll get plenty of pronunciations wrong with Eastern European teams, but I think it'd be good fun. I kind of want like a mid-table top division side to you know, not someone who's winning the title or anything like that. I want someone who we can build up and progress with. First time seeing you live, love your videos with stories. Appreciate that, fella. Much appreciated. Glad you enjoyed the videos. Right. How are these bids coming in again now? I thought we just failed to sell them because we failed to do paperwork so late. We may as well just... Oops, I meant to accept more of those, but... I press the spacebar instead to continue the game. Right, if we go back to that... Go back to the... Why are the shortcuts not working? Oh, there they are now. He rejected the contract at Metz. 2.1, but 1.9, 1.8, not enough money. Try Serbia and beat the top two. Yeah, trying to beat Red Star and Partizan would be quite good fun, to be fair. But I feel like I've done Serbia before, though. And so Serbia... I don't think I've ever actually managed in Poland. Or more like the north of Eastern Europe, like Latvia's and Estonia's. Lithuania's. Lithuania would be quite good fun, given it's a new league in the game this year, right? I think. Can you choose where to get your youth intake from, like other countries, other than England, mostly in English leagues? Not really, no. Your youth intake is kind of based on the youngsters where you are, right? So if you're managing in England, you know, most of the people coming through a youth intake are going to be English kind of thing. You know, if you're in Portugal, you might get some places like Cape Verde coming through. If you're in the Netherlands, you might get like some Curaçao or Saint Martin, for example, stuff like that. I'm going to keep the exact same lineup again because they played so well in that previous game. I don't really feel I need to change it. Maybe Rossman drops out of this one on the grounds that he picked up a knock last time out and he's struggling for fitness a little bit. Maybe we just drop him for McGree, see how McGree gets on for a game. But we'll keep everything else going for now against Sheffield United. But there are situations where, you know, if you have a director of football from like Brazil, for example, you know, there's a higher likelihood that he might get some kids from Brazil to come through, kind of thing. But it's not a rule or anything like that, really. Right, all the best out there today. Have fun. No, I'm going to say they're 13th in the forward table where we're second. Make sure we make that count today. Let's do that. We are away at Sheffield United today as we look to try and keep ourselves in the top two of the league. A win and extending our goal difference over Norwich would be fantastic as well, to be fair. So, not a whole lot happening so far, but 10 minutes into this game, Sheffield United with a mammoth throw into the middle. We clear it, but only as far as the throw-in taker, who then hits the crossbar. And then they eventually do score. Sheffield United looking more lethal in 18th place than, of course, Norwich, who was second place in that previous game. That is frustrating. How we've not really dealt with this at all is really annoying. And how McCallum is winning that in the air like that is really frustrating too. One shot for... Oh, Middlesbrough. We're in the black, obviously. They've had loads of shots. Jeez. So maybe this formation that we've got is just a really good formation against better teams and against the teams lower down the leagues, because we keep losing to teams down in the relegation zone. It just doesn't work out for us, does it? Which is frustrating. Let's get the live league table up. It puts Norwich back into second place because they're winning their game right now. We have got a 5-point gap to Sheffield Wednesday in 7th place, who are doing incredible work to get themselves in this playoff fight. Ideally, we don't drop down that far. I wonder if SI will start Sheffield Wednesday with minus points after tomorrow. Hopefully, that'll be quite good fun. Be a really good challenge, that one, wouldn't it? Big up the challengers, Matthew. Much appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube right now, by the way, if you could all like the stream, like a video, that'd be really cool. That would really help me out, so would be much appreciated. Especially as we're losing right now. Hopefully, we get ourselves back in level terms just before the half-time whistle. McCallum, though, collects the loose ball after Naipan heads it on to absolutely no one. And the team that were battering Norwich last time out look like lambs in headlights. Or deer in headlights, that's it, not lambs. Don't know why lambs looking at headlights. Deer's on the road, that makes more sense as Louis Barry makes it 2-0. They're making us look like idiots, just like I look like an idiot by not getting the deer in headlights right. It's frustrating. Whittaker, far side of the pitch, cuts inside, puts a cross in towards McGree. Can he keep it in play? He can. And actually we end up winning a corner out of that one. The keeper had to push that one over the crossbar. Can we do any damage from this far post corner? As McGree swings it into the middle. Headed goalwards, but saved by the keeper. A real shame. But Lenihan can score from the corner coming up afterwards. Okay, we're getting ourselves back in this game. We're going to go into half-time 2-1 down. But this was a really important goal to get just before the half-time whistle was blown. We will take that. There we go. We've not done too badly in terms of chance creation, and we're holding tons of possession. We just conceded 2 goals, which is annoying. Do I stream daily? No, we don't stream daily. And I think from next week, we'll probably drop down to twice a week streaming. I think is how we'll do it. We'll do a bit more this week, I think. But yeah, next week we'll drop down to twice a week. Delighted with the performance so far. I'm not delighted with the performance at all. I've just switched off. I've switched off there, which has caused my players to now look switched off. Although Lenihan looks very happy because he scored the goal, obviously. So mixed signals to my team there. They are not going to be particularly happy with that. Any suggestions for a good defensive midfielder for the Championship? Well, in Season 1 here, we've managed to get Lewis Miley on loan from Newcastle. He seems like a fairly good pickup. And Hayden Hackney on the ball there for Middlesbrough has definitely got Premier League potential on him. If he's in your budget, that is. So, ball forward has been intercepted, and now Whittaker gets past 2 defenders in the area. Shot saved. Again, we're looking at a corner here. We've been pretty lethal from them so far, but not from that highlight. Some of those French saves, the really bizarre clubs, right? In like the French territories. They'd be good fun to do it at some point in the video. Whittaker turns his man quite nicely. Finds Ayling behind him into Morris. Back to Ayling. Morris dancing around on the edge of the area. Whittaker now coming to help as well. Morris has got time to shape up a pass. Finds McGree into Strelic. Was it offside? No, they're celebrating. Nothing's been flagged up here. From 2-0 down to 2-2. We've got 30 minutes now to try and get ourselves back in front in this game. And I think we'll need to make a couple of changes to make that happen as Aidan Morris finds McGree, who just plays a beautiful back heel into Strelic, and his left foot is past the keeper. 2-2. Right. Changes. Let's bring Callum Britton on. Let's get Lewis Miley on. What does he actually prefer to do, Lewis Miley? Can we find a way to see him? No, actually. That's rather frustrating. We can click on Naipan. That just takes us there. Yeah, there's no way to sort of click on Lewis Miley's name and see. Okay, that's fine. That is a bit annoying though, isn't it? Let us bring Rossman on for McGree. Let us bring Tommy Conway on up front. And then Lewis Miley as a deep line playmaker. Why not? Let's try that, shall we? Tomorrow it comes out officially, Noah. Football Manager officially comes out tomorrow, like as a fully released game. Eli Junior Creepy being rated so high in potential might be controversial. Well, I don't think so, based on how well he's performed so far for Bournemouth in the last couple of weeks. He's only like 19 years old still. If he's doing that already at 19 years old in the Premier League for Bournemouth too, he could be insane. Conway is offside though. That was quite an obvious one for us all to see, but he got in the right position there and he put the ball in the back of the net, which is good. So hopefully he gets in another similar position and does it again. Long throw from McCallum, back to McCallum, into Ogbene. And we've stopped that on the line twice basically there. Woo! A little bit too close for comfort that, if I'm honest with you. Callum Britton now into Naipan. Naipan gives the ball away but gets it back and then gives it away again. Lewis Miley trying to win the ball in midfield, but every time we win it, Sheffield United get it back. And this time we have managed to keep hold of it. Britton into Naipan. Can he get another assist? No, he wins as a penalty instead. Ooh. Okay. This is huge. Tommy Conway has the chance to turn the game on its head. From 2-0 down, we're still at 2-2. Oh, Conway. I mean, it was a really good save, I think. The keeper gets a hand to it and pushes it onto the post. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Lenehan then, as a free kick. Can we get ourselves back forwards again? Neto. Rossman. Back to Neto. Back to Lenehan. I still think we've got it in us to get this goal. We've turned the game around so far. I'm sure we can do it. Neto. Out to Rossman. He's got support with Hackney. Hackney into the penalty area. He hits the post now. In the space of about 60 seconds, we've hit the post twice. Oh, man. Rossman. Into the middle. Cleared. Drops to Hackney. Back out to Rossman. Surely now. Is goal line technology going to come out here? The commentary said, was that over the line? Are we going to see goal line technology here? We are going to see goal line technology. Rossman's shot is stopped by the keeper's face there. Oh. We're doing everything we can. Everything we can. Yeah, I wish I kept Strelic on. I do agree. He would have scored that penalty. And Conway sitting on a 6.2, which is down to the penalty, I suppose, really. Kind of says it all. This is a frustrating result for us, considering we just smashed second place Norwich 4-0. And then we've come to 18th place Sheffield United and drawn 2-2. Should have won that game. A real shame. So it drops us back down to second place. Although still got a game in hand, which is great. Still got that game in hand. And we didn't lose, so we'll take that. A week off until the Coventry game. And we've got a new assistant manager coming in, Antonio Mendes. Welcome to the team, Antonio Mendes, a retired winger. Is this where we find out Antonio Mendes was actually like a world-class winger and, you know, won a World Cup or something like that? Born in Seville, played for 12 years and made 329 appearances. Recreativo, Cadiz, Jerez. Recreativo, Murcia. Okay, he wasn't playing like anywhere like Real Madrid or anything like that. He's a scout at Deportivo La Coruña. And now he's my assistant manager. That feels like quite the step up, doesn't it, to be fair? Fair play. Is it just the same information, but just in smaller text? I think it is. It literally is. Okay, well, there we go. Strange. No, not installed any mods yet, to be fair. But we'll certainly have a look at some of them. Because some look very interesting, particularly the visual ones like stadiums and things like that. That seems really exciting to me. Spanish second division legend there. Yeah, he really is, isn't he? He's like the Jordan Rhodes. Although Jordan Rhodes scored more goals, I suppose, didn't he? Right, where are Coventry? Coventry are 5th. So actually, this could be another big battering for us because Coventry, we seem to batter teams high up the table and struggle against teams lower down the table. So I'm feeling pretty confident heading into this game against Coventry. I reckon we could actually do a pretty good job there. as scouting has been finished on a few players. These must have been players that we were trying to like frantically try and sign in the transfer window. Who were they? Sarr, who is a last resort kind of player to bring in. What position is he playing? Oh, goalkeeper. We're looking at goalkeepers, of course, and we signed someone else, didn't we? Yeah. I think we went for the right one, although he has conceded quite a lot of goals so far, doesn't he? Pierce reports on Falcao progress. I assume decline. Early signs that he might be on the decline. Only early signs. Early signs that he might be on the decline at 40 years old. Just the early signs. He is a legend. What a baller. 4 goals in 20 appearances, 17 of which came off the bench. Got the longevity, definitely. I agree. Leicester have just beaten Southampton, which pushes them back up to 9th place. They were like miles ahead at the top of the table at one point, weren't they? Let's not forget that. And then tomorrow we are away at Coventry. He's only 40, so it's early. That is true, to be fair. That is true. Apparently Lampard has been considered for another job. Do you think Coventry will struggle if he went? Would he struggle? No, I think they've got a pretty solid team, and they have done for a couple of years now, haven't they? So I think they should be there or thereabouts. Maybe he's got them overperforming a little bit potentially, but I don't think they'd struggle unless they got in like a really, really poor manager who just loses the dressing room kind of thing. Is my opinion. Yeah, Falcao's a late developer, Sean, I reckon. I think you're right. As Aaron says as well, give the vid a like if you're enjoying, folks. Much appreciated, Aaron. Thank you very much for rallying the troops. We're going to start Callum Britton for this game, ahead of Ayling. I know Britton came back from an injury, was terrible, so we started playing Ayling again, but I feel like Britton does deserve another shot here as well. We're going to start Rossman ahead of... McGree got an assist that last game, didn't he, actually? So we'll leave McGree playing. And at what point do we want to start bringing Lewis Miley into the first team? He's a box-to-boxer. He can do both, actually, to be fair, but he's probably more comfortable as a box-to-boxer. And that would mean dropping Hackney. Naipan just on loan for 1 season. You missed us beat Norwich 4-0, then draw to Sheffield United. Youth intake is still to come. The Coventry Building Society Arena. Right, let's see what we can do here. A win moves into promotion places. Players seem to listen keenly. It's going to be a tough one, this. They're only 4 points behind us, Coventry. Losing here is... I'll take a draw, but losing here would be really, really frustrating for us. So we need to make sure we're on top of this game early doors. And so far, with 60% possession and 2 shots to 0 in the first 10 minutes, I think we're doing okay with that. But there's not a... Callum Britton may have suffered a bruised thigh. Should be able to play through it. Every time he plays, he picks up a knock now. He was so good in that first half of the season, wasn't he? Like, arguably the best player on the team. And then he had an injury. I want to say it was like a fractured leg, which is quite a big injury, to be fair. And since then he's been woeful. But I can kind of understand that, to be fair. I wanted to give you a no striker formation at go. To be fair, it is tempting. It is tempting. Yeah, fractured leg he got, to be fair. He was only out for like 3 months at most with a fractured leg. So it does seem like he came back pretty quickly, I do agree. But it wasn't like a full... I don't know what the difference really is between a fracture and a break, if I'm honest with you. I guess break is like the whole like bone like snapping in two. I guess fracture's like partially, I guess. Luckily, I've never done either, so I don't really know the ins and outs of it. It does freak me out thinking about it though a little bit, so I'm not going to think about it too hard. But Rodoni brings the ball forward here for Coventry, out to Mason Clark. Josh De Silva, not being challenged by anyone, is allowed to do what he wants outside the penalty area. Luckily, what he wants is a pretty bad cross, but Coventry recycle, put it back in the middle, and we can only just clear it. First few highlights in this game are not looking too promising for us. Where's the team that absolutely battered Norwich, and what's happened? Why has it changed so much? What mods are you expecting to come out to fix the game? It depends what you think is broken with the game. I'm sure there's things that you don't like about the game that I don't mind, and I'm sure there's things that maybe I don't like about the game that you don't mind, kind of thing. I hope there's some sort of mod for like UI scaling at some point, because I think, and then it introduces a few more elements on there, kind of thing, because I just think it's too zoomed in for my liking. I'd like things to be zoomed out a little bit more in the menus and stuff like that, and display some different information kind of stuff. Oh my word, that would have been incredible. Sadly, not going the back of a net. Rushworth gives that ball away, and then we highlight finishes. Like I said, I'd take a draw in this game, but I'd rather we like sneak a 2-0 win or something like that. Yes, I think most UI stuff will be fixed by mods. I mean, I was under the impression that there wasn't going to be a whole lot of modding going on for FM26, and it turns out there's like stadium mods already and things like that. So I think give it another few months, there's going to be a whole lot of mods that look really, really cool. Not been to Middlesbrough Stadium, no, never been before. I'll have to go at some point though. When Lincoln get promoted to the Championship, I should go. What was that kickoff, by the way? Did we just take kickoff or just smash the ball out of play in our own half? That's insane. Agree, being able to move the tiles and like resize them would be really good. I can see why they've not implemented that in 26. If they were sort of rushing around so much to like get the game finished in a state where they can release it, kind of thing. I can understand why they haven't done it for 26, just to make sure it's all working, I suppose. When you're changing everything so much, I guess they want to do things incrementally, right? Is that the adaptive screen layout Mars mentioned in an interview? Oh, maybe potentially. I can't say I've read all his interviews, but yes, that would make a lot of sense if that'd be quite good, to be fair. Yes, still commentate for Lincoln, although we've not got a home game until the end of November. We've got like it's like 5 away games in a row, and the one home game after that might get cancelled for international breaks. So then we'd have 6 away games in a row, which is mental. And what's also frustrating is Haji Wright has given Coventry the lead here pretty late on. Right, we need to make some changes here, don't we? Conway, on you come. Lewis Miley, on you come. Engel, on you come. Rossman, on you come. And then team instructions. Ball instructions. Higher tempo. We're already on the counter-attack transition. Bypass the press. Be a bit more expressive. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Confirm changes. Pjanic on your come time. It's tempting. Maybe Pjanic does need to come on. If only Falcao's on the bench as well, that would have been quite good. 15 to go. You've said it. You said it. It's tempted me. Pjanic. Deep line playmaker. Come on. Come on, fella. Tom doing a Scunthorpe rebuild with 3 families. I mean, we actually did one. Like, it's one of the most viewed videos on my YouTube channel, to be fair. Did it probably a couple of years ago. Did very well. Grimes puts the ball into the middle, but surely we're going to have a good counter-attack here. Surely we're not going to score. Yeah, there's the cleared header. Now we win the ball on the edge of the area and go on the counter. That's not quite how it's panned out. Will you be attempting the Pentagon Challenge? Yes, of course I will. We'll see how long it takes to get like a few Pacific leagues loaded up, because I might make it a hexagon challenge instead to get New Zealand and Oceania in there as well. Frustratingly, we lose, and that drops us. Oh, sorry, we stay in third place. It actually looks like Norwich may have lost there. What were the other scores going on? Oh, we were playing. It's only us playing on Valentine's Day. Okay. Ah. Okay. Not happy with that game. And that brings us back onto level games with Norwich as well. So we've no longer got a game in hand on them. Although, are they going to just play like on the Sunday or something? I don't know why there's only 2 games going on Saturday the 14th. Oh, FA Cup as well. FA Cup, which we got knocked out of pretty early on. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. A week off, and then we've got Oxford at home. Back at home. That'll be nice. We seem to do much better at home, don't we? FA Cup results coming through. Then we've got 2 games in quick succession at home against Leicester on a Tuesday night, and then away at Birmingham City. So we need to make sure we win our home games. Is FM26 worth getting on an Xbox? I've not played it on Xbox. I don't know how it runs on console. I don't think there's any like public testing on console yet, so not sure. If only Thomas Asante could have been injured before that Coventry game, that would have been quite handy for us. I've just got a news article saying he's injured now. And Coventry win again. So Coventry now go ahead of us in the table. Level on points in Norwich, although we've now got a game in hand on them. So we have to make sure we win. Got to make sure we beat Oxford, who are doing pretty well for themselves, I think, actually. They were certainly in the playoffs at one point. They've now dropped back a little bit. Only 7 points behind us, though. So it's another tough game, this one. Going to start Rossman from the off this time. Maybe bring Lewis Miley in for Morris as well for a start. Although he prefers to be a box-to-box, which is what Hackney does, doesn't he? I think it's okay to start Miley, though. I think it'll be okay. I'm sure he's pretty creative as well. Cool. Go to the match. You got any good players in the youth intake? This is season 1 for us, to be fair. We've only got through 1 season with Middlesbrough. We've not had the youth intake just yet. That's right around the corner, I believe. We're on the cusp of March when it is. Our goalkeeper's Polish, I believe, if I remember correctly. Right. Oxford, who I think have done an incredible job in real life to actually stay in the Championship and look competent enough there. How long they'll stay there, I don't know. But I assumed that last season they were going to go up and be rock bottom of the table all season. They did a good job not to get relegated, to be fair. And obviously in Football Manager, they're doing a good job here as well. And almost scoring bangers. My word, that was what, 30, 35 yards out? And the keeper only just makes the save there. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 in possession, out possession. Everyone drops a little deeper. Okay. We'll keep an eye on a few other results here. Although none of them are too exciting for us right now, are they? The live table at the top is probably more exciting for us to look at the top 10 here. Although again, there's so much space they could just extend these cards and tiles into, right, to get the full 24. It's kind of behind my head, obviously, but it only goes down to 18th on the table here. Then I have to scroll to see like the rest of it. I don't like all this scrolling stuff. Let me have a UI scaling option so I can scale things backwards or forwards so I can see everything. Weirdest manager appointment you've seen? It wasn't a manager appointment, and actually it's not even FM26 to be fair, but one of the weirdest staff appointments I've ever seen in Football Manager was like Lionel Messi becoming like a scout for Burnley, and that was like an FM12, and it just always stuck with me that Lionel Messi became a scout for Burnley. Oxford become a real rival to me in PES because I just can't beat them. I borderline hate them in real life. And I like that's what video games do to people, right? I like how that's a thing. Especially in Football Manager where you like have a player that everyone else loves but you just hate because they really pissed you off in Football Manager one time. Oxford, not doing a bad job so far, are they? They are nullifying us, creating a few chances and having more possession, which is a bit unusual for us. Normally we're the team that have like 55-60% possession. Looks like Strelic was off the pitch briefly there with a slight knock or something. As we approach half time, I could just see his number like off the screen on the 2D pitch. Is he okay? He's got a full heart, so I think he's probably alright. Don't like what I just saw from his team. Everyone needs to be better. Fire yourselves up. Sort it out. This time we keep the ball in play actually from kickoff, which is nice, but at least we win the throw in that time as Callum Britton plays it off his man in front of him. Free kick here for Oxford. Cleared. Callum Britton helps it on its way, but only as far as the free kick taker. Don't like where this is going. Oh, man. That was too close for comfort. Tyler Goodrum tackled and eventually get the ball cleared. So Dylan Bergkamp as coach is amazing. Ange Postecoglou got the Liverpool job in my save. Slot was sacked and they were 5th, a few points off top. That's mad, to be fair. I still, in one of my saves as well, I saw Slot got sacked actually. I can't remember which one it was, but Slot seems to get sacked pretty quickly if Liverpool don't win the title or something like that. Hackney can't get close to scoring from that free kick, unfortunately. And with 55 minutes on the clock again, it's looking like we might have to make some changes here. What's happened to the side that absolutely battered Norwich? How are we so good in that game and then just really quite atrocious in every other game that we've played? Goodrum over the top. Offside, it's got to be. Huge save. It is offside. It is offside, but actually a really, really big save there. So pulled back for the offside, actually pretty close to the centre circle instead. And Neto now with a chance. Lewis Miley back to Neto, forwards to Naipan. Hackney tries to play it through, can't get it there, but we hold on to possession as Whittaker now can't get forwards, has to go backwards to try and create some more space for his teammates. Lewis Miley, Hackney, Rossman, Naipan, back to Rossman in the area, shoots, scores. Rossman with the goal, which gives us the lead. Thank you. This is really nice passing, by the way, here. What a great team move there to get the ball into Rossman. And the keeper doesn't really do himself any favours just by like falling over a little bit there, but we won't complain too much. We'll take the goal. Naipan with another assist today. And can we double our lead? Moments later, Malanda brings the ball forwards to Callum Britton. Whittaker, Naipan. Go on, fella. Play a ball through. He's somehow dancing past all these defenders. Whittaker, past his man, takes the shot over the crossbar. Tough. We start a new save from tomorrow, continue. We'll finish the season with Middlesbrough 100%. But we'll start something new soon. Yes. First time playing FM and I can't say it's been really fun. The game feels so lethargic. Interesting. What are your biggest sticking points with the game? What are you like not enjoying? Are we going to do anything from this free kick then? It seems strange that showing us all the build to this free kick, including the foul. I feel like there's got to be a goal at the end of this. Short free kick, back to Hackney. What are they doing here? Hackney dribbles out wide now. He's just kind of playing himself into trouble here. Has to go backwards to Neto in support. What are we doing here? Why have we not just like put that free kick into the mixer and try to get Lenahan to head it in the back of a net? Probably because he can do that. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That was a good move, that. I'll give him that. Learn to square the ball is all. That's my team, shaking my head. Yeah. Yeah, that does... I do know what you mean. It does feel like players in that situation should be crossing it more than shooting. It worked out for us there, but a lot of the time it does feel like they're shooting when they should be passing a little bit more. I do agree with that. You can go into individual player instructions and try and ask them to like cross more or shoot less often, for example, kind of thing, particularly your wide players. In fact, we may have even done that actually with some of these players here, potentially. I feel like we might have done that with Whittaker, potentially. Ask him to shoot less often from that right-hand side. Go on, Naipan. Find that ball in towards Strelic. Strelic wants another goal. Oh, and he's not got the goal. Neither's Hackney. Ball cleared. A real shame. Yeah, it's going to take some time to definitely understand everything, because it has all changed. Everything's in a different place, and I'm learning new things every day, kind of thing. In fact, I saw something on Twitter earlier that I want to test out in a little bit. After this game, we'll try and find it, I think. I'm sure someone said you can actually find like pass and shot maps, and that's a penalty? Excuse me? Referee, I want to see a replay of that before I say there was no penalty, but we're not going to get the replay. It wasn't a penalty for me. And can Abramovich make the save? No. Brannigan scores. Okay. Let's change some personnel around then. Who's looking tired out there? Hackney's looking tired. You and Miley swap over. And we'll bring on Morris. Whittaker looking quite tired out there. I guess Conway can play on the right-hand side. We'll do that. Naipan is looking tired. Where's Robertone? Why is Robertone not on the bench? That just struck me. Robertone. We've not even looked at him today, have we? Callum Britton's going to come off for Ayling. He's a bit tired as well, to be fair. There's 3 changes. Robertone should be on the bench, unless he's injured, but I feel like I would have remembered that. So 2-1 up, it moves us actually back into second place temporarily as we're 2-1 up. Cleared the corner, only back to the corner taker, Goodrum. No. 2-0 up and we've messed it up. Robertone coming on right now would be incredible. Let's go attacking. And maybe we might need to go a little bit more direct in a few minutes as well. In fact, let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. More direct, and we're going to go and bypass the press. Naipan. Conway. Ball through to Strelic is good. Conway out wide. Ayling's there. Not really got a whole lot of support going forward. Has to go backwards and now work the ball into the D. Through the middle. Lewis Miley with his chance to get his first goal for the club. Can't even put it on target from about 10 yards out. Lewis Miley had the chance to win us the game. And I don't think Hayden Hackney would have missed that. Oh, it's so annoying. We're in such a good position. We give away a silly penalty. We can't clear set pieces if it's just 2 small mistakes. That mean we drop 2 points here. Tough. Tough. Okay. Naipan played well at least, and we created lots of opportunities for ourselves, so we'll take that as a positive, but we should have won based on that. Right, now I want to test this thing that I'm sure I saw someone say on Twitter earlier or something like that. So, where was our game? We drew 2 all there. Match stats. Advanced stats. Now, someone said you can see like pass maps here, but clearly not. I've clicked into match events there. Is this how we see it, maybe? Generating match reports? Oh no, this is just showing us in a random order goals. Okay, let's leave that. Or do we have to click on R? Ah! So there are more stats here when you click into... If you're on the game here, click onto your team. There are more stats here, which is quite handy. Although I thought that maybe they just said passing stats were there, not actual pass maps. But Neto making 8 progressive passes, that's good. And Britain with 6, to be fair. Wingbacks doing some very good progressive passing. Exactly, dive in the box. Unbelievable. Well, there we go. We learn something a little bit new every day. We're getting there. Right, a few days off until the Leicester City game, and then we're away at Bournemouth, not Bournemouth, Birmingham after that. Oh, we pay Blackburn 50 grand if he plays another game, Callum Britton. How long has he been at the club for? Only 1 season. Fairs. I like just a little load in Iceland in there as well. I love it when like English players do this. Like they're just playing for MK Dons and then decides to go on loan to Iceland for a season. I love when this kind of thing happens. It's like, you know, was it like Peter Crouch went to Sweden for a season, didn't he? And then there must be some other good examples of like young players from like England or anywhere in the world really, but they just go to a really random place for a loan. Like because the English system is so good, you know, usually if you're in League One, you go for a loan to the National League kind of thing, for example, sort of thing. But I love just going on loan to Iceland or Sweden. A lot of players at Lincoln City go on loan to Ireland, but that kind of makes sense. It's a decent league. It's still English speaking. It's not too, you know, not too far away. I guess Mount to Vitesse is similar, but Vitesse are an affiliate club to Chelsea, or at least they were, weren't they? So a lot of their youngsters went there. I don't know. I just like the idea of like Lincoln sending a player out on loan in real life, and it's like they're going to like Bosnia or something like that, which is fun. Just reading that the editor were behind an extra paywall. Editor's always been behind, or the in-game editor has always been behind an extra paywall. That's always been the case. But what are other examples of players that have done those kind of fun loans? Right, Robertone, where are you? Why are you not on the bench? This just seems strange. We need to get you on the bench, Robertone. Who's going to come off the bench for you? I think Bangora. Because McGree can kind of sort of play on the left-hand side and in the middle. A bit more versatile forward. Although we've got lots of players on the bench. Maybe Pjanic drops off the bench, actually. We bring Bangura back on just to give us more attacking options. Because I'm sure McGree can play as a deep line playmaker if we need him to. Yeah, if we need him to, he can play there. Yeah, the in-game editor that's in the game is made by Sports Interactive. Yeah, there's third-party tools as well, but that's always been behind a paywall. The in-game editor sold by Sports Interactive. The pre-game one's always been a free extension kind of thing. I can't nail down the left wing position. Like, Whittaker has made right wing his own. 11 goals, 8 assists. Naipan with his 12 assists is doing really well through the middle now. He was battling with Robertone for a while with obviously his 7 goals and 5 assists, but I think Naipan has kind of nailed that down. Rossman, 3 assists, 4 goals. Bangura's got 3 and 3. McGree's got 1 and 3. I can't nail down that left wing. No, the in-game editor is like a separate download as well. That it wouldn't have come included with that. The in-game editor. Ah, I see what you mean, Aaron. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think Strelic is the starting striker. Yeah, I mean Conway does alright. I think this is kind of. I mean, I guess maybe you'd have Aidan Morris starting ahead of Lewis Miley, maybe, but this team was as good as it's going to get, I think, right now. Right, Leicester. An important game here. Make sure we win it in front of the home crowd, especially after we didn't beat Oxford. That was really frustrating that we didn't beat Oxford. And it's another team vying for a playoff spot. The more times that we lose and drop points to these teams in and around the playoffs, the more it hurts us. So we could really use a win here. The fact we are still, somehow, by the way, second in the table after all of this is crazy. And Ipswich are not really getting away from us either. Like, everyone seems to be losing and drawing at the top end of the table. And now, us, Coventry, Norwich and Preston are all on 59 points. Southampton on 56. And somehow, I think we're further away from Sheffield Wednesday in 7th, despite... This is crazy. Derby are 15th in the table right now, behind my head, but they're 15th. Abramovich then looks to roll the ball out to Lenihan. Go on, fella. I believe in you. Neto Ball just brings the ball forwards. Rossman's there. Tackled by Fatawu. And instead now it's Leicester on the attack again. Having some joy through the middle, as my voice cracks there a little bit. I think we need to look to go more direct, actually. I think it maybe starts to speak... Malanda own goal there, that's frustrating. As I was saying, we need to go more direct. Because we seem to create more chances when we do that, actually, late in games. We're slipping a bit here, aren't we? We're slipping a bit. I agree, yeah. The seating does look weird in the corners. I don't know why, but it does look weird. I agree. Hackney, the captain. Free kick, which is deep. Pumps it into the middle. Headed goalwards. Lenihan. Oh, we just can't quite steer it into the back of the net. And actually he was offside in the process there apparently as well. Just the players roll on the left-hand side. It could work. Whittaker with the knock as well. I think we're going to take him off at the break here. But no one is playing particularly well in that midfield, are they? I think Robertone is going to come on the right-hand side. Naipan will stay on through the middle. Robertone will come on as we get the ball, win it nicely, and that's the end of the half. Oh, you hate to see it. Okay. Address for team. The fans want to see us move into an automatic promotion spot, so let's get a win here. Players look to gain some confidence. Right, let's get the injured Whittaker off. Robertone, on you come. Rossman's frustrated. I don't know what he's frustrated about. Probably the fact that he's about to get subs off the pitch as well. McGree, on you come. Who likes to be a playmaking winger. You're right, maybe we should look to change a role. Did I change that? I did. It just hasn't come up on here. There we go, playmaking winger. Let's see if this makes a slight difference for us. If we go to all instructions, let's not play through the press. Let's go balanced for 20 minutes or so and see what happens with that one. As Mavi DD has the goal here, which gives Leicester the lead. Now that we are losing this game, we're dropping to 5th in the table. Just the point is what we need to go back into 2nd place. Just the point. Or 3rd place, wherever it puts us. But we can't drop away from this group now on 59 points. We've got to stay with them. Whittaker in possession. Finds Britton on the overlap. Gets it back to Whittaker in the penalty area. He's got bodies waiting. Takes the shot himself though. When the pass really was the better option. Really was the better option. Wait, why is he still on the pitch, Whittaker? Did we not take him off at half time? We did. You literally saw me take off at half time, right, everyone? We did that. We brought McGree on. And we made him a playmaking winger. Interesting. So, did anything else change? Team instructions? No, nothing changed at half time. Right, thanks a lot, game. Frustrating. And more direct than we said that. He said, no, it won't come off. Petulant behaviour. I agree. What we need to do is have a word with him. Maybe fine him a few weeks' wages, demote him to the under-18, see how he likes it. Terrible behaviour. But it shows the iron fist that I rule with, though, in this club, obviously, because, you know, no one was brave enough to come and tell me about that until I had to see it myself. A real shame. It's not really changed anything, though, has it? We started today so well. Oh, I thought it was a highlights. That's why I closed it. Right, okay. Conway, Engel, Ayling, Morris. Oh, we've made it. Okay, whatever. The frustrating thing is we've had more shots, a higher XG. Well, we did have a higher XG. It's now changed, actually, so we don't. So maybe that reflects the game a little more. I don't know. Leicester have beaten us 1-0 here. And automatic promotion is slipping away from our fingers here. Morale dropping. We've been playing well all season to get in this position. But it's every time we're just about to touch the top two, we have a pullback, don't we? We just drop backwards a little bit. It is really annoying. My phone makes a loud vibration. It's on the sideboard behind me, but it made a loud vibration there. Right, Birmingham away now is a game that we have to win. We have to win Birmingham away. Everything is now becoming must win. Oh, did I not press confirm? Okay, that makes sense. Brendan Rodgers, manager of Celtic, wants to sign Hayden Hackney. You can't have him. You can't have him. He's ours. He's here forever. Youth intake, by the way. How have we got an indication of when that squad planner? Squad. I meant to click on not recruitment. Squad. Youth setup. Youth candidates. I swear I saw at one point it was like you've got X amount of days until the youth intake. I don't know when they. I don't know where I saw that. I think I might be dreaming it. Maybe it's not 45 days, or it was 40. I don't know. If it was 45 days, we're still like another 2 weeks away at least. Youth setup. No, I don't know where I would have seen this. I think I'm lying to you guys about it saying 45 days until the youth intake. I think I must be lying to you. Oh well. We'll get it through at some point. We'll get it through at some point. Bergdorf injured, out on loan. Oh, he's not out on loan. Did he reject all those? Oh, I hate Bergdorf. 20 days now. Oh, does it come through on like the 15th or something? That would be handy. Maybe I did see it somewhere. It's definitely in March, yes. I came into today's stream thinking we've got 45 days from the start of the stream to when the youth intake comes through, but I don't know where I saw it and what made me think that. Oh, it says it on the calendar, does it? Is there finally a use for the calendar? March. Does it? No. Not that I can see on there. Interesting. Where did you see it, Anti-Hero? On one of the last screens. I can't remember what screen I was even on. On the squad screen. Squad? Oh, 17 days to go. There it is. I wasn't. Yeah. So it does actually say tell you when. 17 days to go. Although that surely isn't right because that says it comes through on the 17th of the 3rd, 2026. We're on the 28th. Oh, of course. February. 28 days in February. Okay, it's 17 days. Okay, then. I think there's got to be a few changes here to a few players. I'm going to drop Lenihan for Luke Ayling. I am going to bring Engel on for Neto. I'm going to bring Aidan Morris back on for Lewis Miley. I'm going to start Robertone. No, I'm not, because Naipan actually has been doing quite well. We'll stick with that for now. Irish Wonder Kid incoming, fingers crossed. How long did it take to get used to the FM26 UI? I mean, how many hours have I played in this beta? Let's get this game started and I'll open up Steam to have a look. We need a win here. We need a win here desperately, don't we? Right. Steam. TomFM. Library. I've played 61 hours of FM26. plus with all the time that I had in the alpha, maybe 20 hours I've played of that. So maybe we're looking at 80 hours. I think I've got to grips with a lot of it, but there's still areas that I'm probably not up to grips with, kind of thing. So it's still learning, but I think I'm pretty there. I'm still having to force myself to remember to use the shortcuts in the top right as well. Now, this is a very genuine question, chat. A very genuine question. As we almost concede, are we going to just clear the ball? Like, how is that not going to back in net for Birmingham, though? That's incredible. That's actually crazy. Yeah, genuine questions to the chat. Does anyone here actually know anything about DIY? And doing DIY stuff? As Morris. Can't find Naipan in front of him. That's a real shame. Kumas into the middle. I think it's probably better to talk about DIY instead at the moment, because I've got to do lots of hanging things. Currently this wall is pretty blank. I've got a big TomFM sign from when I did TwitchCon and did Twitch Rivals there, and I had a big name plaque in front of me, which was cool. So that will go on the wall at some point. That'll be like command strips though, because it's pretty light. But you know, for example, I am going to need to hang up the YouTube plaque, right? You can see yourselves in the reflection of the play button. There you go. There you are through the camera. Wave to yourselves. This has got two little things on the back. The only way to hang it is by nailing things in the wall, right? And then hanging, nailing things in. This is how much DIY I know. Hanging things off that, like that. So you'd hang things like that. So in order to make sure things are straight, what I have done is I have bought myself one of these laser level things, and I've got it on like a little photography stand here, light camera stand. And what this laser level does, right, if I just get a bit more solid of a base, and then if I put it on this wall behind me, can you all see look, comes up, laser level thing, and it's got the red lines on the wall, so I can hang things perfectly. My issue now is, I'm in an upstairs room, by the way, if that makes a difference, an upstairs room. If I start walking around now, look, you can see it just wobbling around. Actually, it's not as bad as it has been. But it just how do I stop it wobbling so much when I'm walking around the room? Or can I just not do that? There is an option to actually lock it on there. As we concede another goal, great. There's an option here to lock it. If I put it in the middle, it goes off. I've got to hold that button down a few seconds. But now it's not 90 degrees, as you can see. It's not 90 degrees. To get it back to 90, I've got to put it in the unlock position where it just like self-levels itself. But then when I walk around, like, you know, I'm getting the hammer, picking up the nails, the whole thing's wobbling around. So then I don't know what's going on. So if anyone's got any tips on how to use these without it going and wobbling everywhere, that would be wonderful. Because I could really use the DIY tips. Or do I have to go the old-fashioned route? Oh my word, we are atrocious, aren't we? We are atrocious. I've lost all interest in this game. We're not getting promoted. It's all going to go wrong. Assigned DIY criticism manager. I think that probably does make more sense. instant result it. It's tempting actually at this point. It is tempting to instant result it and just try and get through. Try and get through this tough result. Callum Britton and Whittaker. We'll change things up at half time, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot for us really, is it? Engel. Rossman can't do anything with it either. Birmingham just look the way better team right now. And Jaden says sacked in the morning. If we bottle playoffs, I think I might get sacked, you know. Given we've been there all season, and now... Have we dropped out yet? We've still not dropped out. We're still only 4 points off Norwich in second place. Which is mind-blowing to me, by the way. Right, address for team. What was that? Get your acts together. And people don't look very happy with that. So, tactics. Rossman's got a knock, actually, so... We'll bring on McGree. We'll bring on Robertone. We'll bring on Conway. Lenahan, turns out, was holding the team together at the back. So that was a mistake getting him out for Ayling, wasn't it? Jeez. Lewis Miley, off you come. And Kante, why not? Let's bring you on. Yeah, why not? Bring Kante on as well. See what we can do. Velcro might be the option, actually, to be fair. Velcro could be the option. In possession, team instructions. All instructions. We are going to have to go for this now. Be more expressive. Dribble a little bit more. I'm going to encourage some freedom out there. To try and make things happen. Okay. Oh, I didn't press convert. Why would it not? Ah, this is not intuitive in the slightest, is it? We go back to tactics. For God's sake. Right. Conway. McGree. Where's Robertone? Lewis Miley. And Kante. Team instructions. In possession. Much higher tempo. Drop the pass into... No, actually, that makes no sense if we're going to go and bypass the press. Be more expressive. There we go. Confirm. Don't make those changes now. At least I remember this time. At least I remembered. There we go. Piece of paper. Trace the holes from the back of the plaque. Then take the paper to the line on the wall and poke a pet. Ah, Sean, that's not your first rodeo. That seems quite clever, actually. What has happened to the game, by the way? Didn't know what was... Jeez. Hopefully this all works and we turn it all around. I should also turn myself as well, shouldn't I? It's not quite as wobbly downstairs because I think there's more solid flooring downstairs. And maybe that's what it is. It's just not... Right, how on earth has that happened, by the way? How on earth has that happened? What are we allowing to happen here? Is he not miles offside there either? We spend all that time making those changes. I'm instant resulting. (6-2). Gee, 6-2 in the end there. Conway came, did good. And it drops us down to 6th in the table. Genuinely, what has happened? How have we gone from winning 4-0 against Norwich and then not winning a single game in February? New house is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, the new house. I'm just nervous about putting some mirrors up later on. Oh, another thing that I have no idea how works as well, by the way, chat. Another thing I've got no idea. You might help me out with. Where is it? It's in one of these drawers. Again, DIY, not really my forte. So I have got this wall. Can you see it? There we go. Wall stud finder. Right, I've got one of these. One of these bad boys. Turn it on. It's just a blank screen that says 0% on there right now. I don't really know what that means. And if I just... Ooh. Nothing's happening. I think I just bought a really shit one, if I'm honest with you. It normally beeps. Oh, like that. Basically, I thought this would tell me. I thought this would tell me where to drill into a wall, where not to drill into a wall. And I'll be honest, it leaves me more confused. So I am very concerned that I'm going to drill into a water pipe. I'm very concerned I'm going to drill into some sort. How do you know where to drill in the wall? Like, how do you know? Hang it, make mistakes, it's how you learn. You're already learning, you're already thinking more than most. If you need a mechanic advice, I got you. DIY and wild. Thank you, Aaron. I just how do people know these things? Why I should run vertical? So, as long as I'm not... So right, so this light switch here, for example, you know, I just wouldn't drill vertically above it or below it because I'd be too scared to do that as well. As long as it's not in line there. But how do I know where like gas pipes are or water pipes are? Because this thing just doesn't really do much. It's concerning. Should, but not always. Okay. A general rule. Wall is either ply wall or brick. This house was built in about 2000 or so I suspect it's all kind of like ply wall on the inside. Stop making excuses and put up my mirrors. Laura's getting aggy in the chat here, everyone. I'm just trying to make sure our house doesn't get ruined by me and we have to like call out a man who knows what he's actually doing and not me. Your pipes are not on your walls. Where are the pipes then? Those pipes are way deeper than what you're drilling. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's helpful. That is genuinely quite helpful to know, actually. I'll be honest with you. Wires go straight from sockets. Is it plasterboard or brick? Knock on the wall, you can tell the difference. I think it is plaster, because this behind the off desk here should be brick, because that's it's an external wall behind me. Behind. Right, I'm moving the mic up. Here. This is an external wall, but that sounds hollow to me. Why does that sound so hollow? Okay, that's more of an echo on the interior wall. You can plasterboard fixings if the studs aren't where you want to fix things. External walls can also have plasterboard and cavity behind. I'm learning a lot. It's not in here, but I bought a toolkit, and I feel pretty good about it. I enjoy using it. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I enjoy drilling things. I've done a lot of that building furniture. You know what? We seem to be getting the team all wrong at the moment. By the way, I'm going to quick pick it, and the quick pick better does anything changing wise. So clearly we are picking a good team. Although it's kind of messed up the bench, hasn't it now, which is annoying. Get off the bench, Solbrin. We don't have keepers on the bench here. We don't do that. I like how they put Falcao on the bench immediately, though. That kind of actually does kind of make sense to me. Bangora. So good defenders on there. Let's get Lewis Miley, Engel. I'd prefer Engel on the bench over Jones, to be fair. And then we get Kante on there. Robertone's on there. Falcao. And Pjanic. There we go. Quick bit rolls as well. That'd be kind of helpful, wouldn't it? If you didn't get them with the house, the person selling the house needs to provide them to you. You should have drawings for all the pipes, water. Oh, I'm sure like my solicitor might have them. I'd imagine somewhere. Thankfully, my solicitor is also my aunt, so I'm seeing her on Wednesday. I can ask her if that's the thing. We've got Lewis Miley on a free and the new goalkeeper as well joined. On a loan, sorry, Lewis Miley on loan. Pipes are in ceilings and floors. Okay, note to self, I will not drill into the ceilings or the floors. That makes me feel better, actually. Knowing that the pipes are in the ceilings and the floors, that makes me feel better knowing that I'm not going to smash into a pipe in the wall. I feel more comfortable about that. Also, I missed 2 Twitch primes as well. Segom and JPSM. Thanks for the primes. Much appreciated, fellas. Decent free kick, but McGree's effort goes over the crossbar. Wonder if he knows how to put some mirrors up on the wall. And also another prime there from Serini. Much appreciated, fellow. Good to have you here. Naipan brings the ball forwards with Hackney. Hackney out wide to McGree on this near side. Neto and McGree combining nicely. McGree in the middle. There's the goal. I feel like we've not scored a goal in so long. Or at least seen it. We did instant result, didn't we? But there we go. Strelic, this 15th of the season, gets us in front. This is a much needed win ahead of us. Didn't win a single game in February, so we have to get ourselves back in form here. How do pipes get into the ceiling if not via a wall? Ben, right, let's not concern me. Built within the wall structures are virtually impossible to drill into one. You say that, I just think I'd find a way. I just think I'd find a way. Following for years, never caught a live stream. Felt bad not to subscribe. I appreciate that, fella. To be fair, I've never done a huge amount of live streaming before, as Naipan makes it too. But we're getting back into the live streaming vibes here for FM26, and I like it when we win games. When we don't win games, it's really depressing, but I like it when we start winning games. House was built like 2000, 2001 sort of time, I think, maybe. Around that kind of time, I believe. If I remember correctly. So it's in that sort of 20, 25 year kind of range. The house is the exact age where they thought phones were going to be really, really, really like hugely important, because this house seems to have a wired telephone connection to every single room in the wall. But I thought when I was moving in that these were all Ethernet cables or plugs, and they're not Ethernet, they're all phone ones. So I was really excited having like Ethernet in the office, and it's not Ethernet. I need to again work out if it's like a Cat 5 cable, because I've googled this and I don't know if it is a Cat 5 or not, because again I know nothing about DIY or anything like that in the slightest. So we'll get someone at some point to change light fittings, because I'm not doing that. I really do not trust myself to change light fittings or anything like that. So we'll get someone to do that, and I'll ask them at that point, but that might be a while still. So we'll work it out as Whittaker makes it 3-0. Pipes enter the room in a case or a bare pipe, usually painted. Oh, okay. So I should know where they are. Just trying to work out where the pipes would be. See, right, the bathroom is the family bathroom is the other side of that wall. So that's also part of my concern. Although there's only a bath on that side. There's a bath on the other side of that wall, basically. So I'm guessing as long as I'm not drilling into the, floor, basically, the hooks and stuff will go up there. So I think that's probably going to be okay. IMO. Richard Kone can't score. Powerline Ethernet adapters are a lifesaver. I mean, to be fair, I don't think you can really see it. No, you can't. I've got an Ethernet cable coming at the back of my PC into the Wi-Fi extender on the landing, but it's like too short of a cable. So it's just like precariously like suspended in midair. Just the bath. There is a shower in there as well, but it's on the opposite wall. So we're ahead. We're doing well. You'll be fine above bath height then. Okay. I'm feeling confident. Another worry I have is one of the mirrors watching the pass as you thump Norwich 4-0 at the Borough. Kai, you're going to really hate the rest of the stream because we don't win again for like 5 games. Another concern I have is it's not a real chimney. The mirror in the lounge is going to go like above the mantelpiece in the lounge, but it's not a real chimney. It's just like one of those like gas fires that I think just like has a little flame on it. There's not a real chimney. It's not a real fire, essentially. And I'm concerned that there's like a gas pipe behind there, like coming down. I don't know why it would come down like that, but that's also a concern of mine. So if you never hear from me ever again, you'll know what's happened. We're playing on 1.25 match speed. That's what everyone was telling me to play on, so we're playing on it. Guess what? Enter and exit through the bottom. Okay, Jamie. You're doing wonders for my confidence, to be fair. You're doing wonders for it. And it's helping me feel better. Hello, Michael. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome into the chat. As Naipan plays it to Strelic 4-0. You joined at a great time. We've just like not won in 5 games, and now suddenly we're battering QPR out of nowhere. So it's really nice, actually, this. Not tried any mods yet, no. I will get into trying some. Especially the stadium ones. They look really fun, actually, but we'll see. All gravy, how are you? Better now that we're winning 4-0. February was a real drag. I was not enjoying February. Maybe get someone in as well and you'll be fine. Look, I need to prove to myself, to Laura, that I can do these things. That I can be the man of the house. But I mean, she is doing all the decorating so far, to be fair, whilst I play Football Manager. Kind of like I do feel bad, but she's doing a stellar job. She's very, very good. She is wonderful. But I need to prove I can do the manly stuff as well. Do you think Liverpool are back, Tom? I hope not. I like seeing people and teams decline and go through a terrible state. After winning, you like to see people have a downfall, don't you? They've lived long enough to see themselves become the villain. And I enjoy that. I think we should make a couple of changes here just to freshen things up slightly. Like Robertone coming on. Falcao, you can have a game for a change. Engel needs a bit of match sharpness. So does Bangura. And Pjanic, why not? Oh, QPR have scored. You hate to see it. Richard Kone. We don't care. I'm not. 27 goals, by the way, for Richard Kone in 33 games. Man is a machine. Yeah, I think I will have to look at a lot of like DIY YouTube stuff as well. And hope for the best. Are you sure the fire is gas? Probably has a back boiler or pipe come across the skirting board, but will definitely not come down the chimney breast. I think so. Laura was trying... Again, I panic on these kind of things because Laura said, oh, I got this working the other day. And then she like takes the front off this and like twists a knob and it goes like... It's kind of, you know, kind of like a gas oven. Where you just twist a knob and it like comes on. But I was like, I didn't trust it really. I didn't trust it. And it freaks me out. I don't want to die in a gas explosion. Or of like, you know, gas inhalation. I don't know what it even be. I just want to be alive and have nice things hung on my walls. I'll report back tomorrow. I will report back tomorrow because I'm going to do it this evening after this stream. 5-1, by the way. Laura's now calling me out in the chat saying wuss. We are going to do this, Laura, tonight. I just don't want us to die. I'm looking after us both, Laura. I'm being the protector. Nice win, everyone. Won't be a back boiler in a 2000s house. Okay. I mean, you say back boiler. I have no. That to me is over my head. I've not got a clue. Also, chat, you seem to be good at this, right? Right. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment, chat. I'll be with you in a sec. I'm going to take a video or something. I'm just taking a video of these tanks. Because chat seems to know a lot.
What do you want to know?
What the hell they are. Let me put the... Oh. Maybe it does do something. Right, apologies chat. I just now need to upload this to Google Photos and then I can show you stuff. Because I don't really know how my hot water works as well. That is something that I am also... I've never been taught this kind of stuff before. I don't know these things. I'm just relying on the goodness of you guys in the chat. If we now go to photos. There we go, it's uploaded. Right. If we now go to here. Okay. So this is in our airing cupboard, right? Have you got the manual? Not a clue. Basically, there's a boiler downstairs, right? And I'm pretty sure that does the central heating because there's a thing on the wall and I say central heating comes on now. And there's also like on this thing it says, oh yes, you should also ignore all the stuff we've got stuffed in here, like wrapping paper. That should probably not be in there. There is a thermostat in the wall that goes from like, 10 to 30 degrees or something like that. Ours is on 19 if you're interested. But also on the boiler, it's like a hot water thing, and you can set when the hot water is hot watering, boiling. I don't know what it does. I don't know. I just have it turns on at some point. This is in the airing cupboard. There's a big white tank here, as you can see. There's a blue one there. It's now buffering. A red one. And then there's a switch on the wall here that comes up. That says water heater, but it's turned off, right? Because that red light's not on. It's turned off. So I presume this does nothing. I presume. Like I assume. I think that's. But then in a second, if again it's just I don't know why it's buffering. Right. Oh. Laura turned the tap on and then suddenly it started making a noise. That's your immersion shortly. I don't know what any of this means. Maybe it does do something. We did DT, but DT it was just like nailing two bits of wood together. So I've not a clue. It's also annoying how it just keeps buffering. I guess it's just not loaded properly or something. I don't know. So we have a big water tank there, I presume. A blue thing, a red thing, a switch that says water heater which is turned off. So I presume it's all just done on the boiler. But then that started making it. I don't know. Chat, if you've got any ideas. I'd love it. But I am bereft of ideas. I just want to know how my water works. What is it basically? What is in that cupboard? What is it? No, we have hot water. I just don't understand how the hot water gets hot. Is it through that? Is it through the boiler? If it's an immersion, you would turn that on for a little while and the hot water would be available. But it seems to be done on the boiler instead then, because of the thing on the boiler. There's a timer on the boiler that says hot water and it just comes on like a couple times a day. So I presume it's the boiler and not that, but maybe at one point in the past it was that. This is so funny. Stop exposing yourself. Laura's watching. Send her on a... She's in the next room painting. She can hear me talking about this. And I've spoken to her extensively about this kind of stuff, not knowing anything. Oh, your immersion heat's like an emergency. When you need it instantly. Oh, so if I was like, oh my god, we've got no hot water, we need it now, it would... Okay. So I'd only turn that on if the boiler was broken, for example. Is that what you're saying? Engel, come on. You're going to play for injured Lenihan here. We'll get Jones on the bench instead. Conway injured still, so that's fine. Let's keep the same lineup though. That seemed to do pretty well in that previous game. Is he not off the bench? I thought I brought... Where is he? Engel. Oh, I took Engel off instead by accident. Wait, there we go. Engel, you start, please. Although he's not very good at centre-back, so actually Jones... Fry, you should start there. Go to match. He's connecting the dots, chat. We're getting there. The boiler heats the water. The immersion heat is there for emergencies. And there's a little dwarf in there who heats up the water with a kettle. I'm learning. It's good. Because my goalkeeper's never going to get injured. That's why there's no backup goalkeeper on the bench. I live alone and I just turn off my boiler off until I need a shower or need to wash up because I ain't got a clue what's going on in that cupboard. I just don't if I understood how it all worked, I'd feel a lot better, but I've never been taught, so I don't know. That's my issue with all of this, to be fair. But I'm getting there. And we keep doing lots of email. I keep getting lots of emails on Amazon because we're ordering lots of stuff on Amazon, of course, as well. There's parcels every day as we still get ready with everything kind of stuff. It is good fun, though. I'm really enjoying just like everything sort of coming together in chaotic kind of ways, to be fair. Well, that was a good start, isn't it? Good start to the game. I enjoy how we absolutely battered QPR by not paying attention to the game, right, didn't we? So maybe we need to find something else to talk about, to be fair. Do you see much about the stud finder? I may have missed it whilst I was looking at my immersion heater or something like that. Always the most exciting part when you first move in, trying to figure it all out. Yeah, it took me a couple of days. Basically, the guy who lived here beforehand was, you know, like a, you know, old boy kind of thing. Like his wife had passed away, I think, kind of sort of thing, and he was downsizing because of that sort of stuff. So, you know, pensioner kind of age sort of thing. As we score a goal, by the way, pensioner kind of age. Ricky, by the way, is going to have a nightmare editing this stream up because this we're not focusing on the games at all. All this is just me talking about my immersion heater and things like that. We were talking about this laser level thing earlier. I've got it here. We were trying to work this out earlier as well. Anyway, Ricky's going to have a horrible time editing this. Sorry, Ricky. Enjoy it. Point is, old boy, pensioner kind of guy. And like we kept waking up in the morning like sweating, like this is so hot in here, and it's Turns out he had his the heating. He must have been loaded, by the way, because he had the heating come on at like 7 a.m. until like 10, and then it goes off for a couple of hours. Comes on about lunchtime for an hour or two, and then it came on at like 6 p.m. until like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like he had the heating on for at least like 10 hours a day, kind of thing. So no wonder we were like sweating the first few days, because it was like, and we were trying to like work out how the heating properly worked. To be fair, it wasn't really on our priority list in the first few days, if I'm honest with you. But we got there in the end with it, which is good. Oh yeah, it does. It does wood, metal, and live wires up to 2 inches or something like that. So actually, yeah, 2-inch nails probably quite big, to be fair. So it's probably going to be okay. Yeah, how tall with the focusing on stuff you need advice with. That is tempting, to be fair. That is tempting. Yeah, 2 editors now. We've got one doing the streams, Ricky doing the streams, and Ellen Sarr doing the main channel, which is good fun. Don't know about everyone else, but I enjoy sort of talk. Makes your content creators more relatable and real. Look, I know how to make a good video. I can do that. That's about as much as I can do. You know, people are usually good at a couple of things. I'm good at making videos. I'm just anything practical, I'm not particularly good at. Not particularly good at all. Yeah, the magnets are a good idea. The mirrors are going to have to be like screwed into the wall. They're quite heavy mirror because they're kind of glassy things, aren't they? That's annoying to concede. They're going to have to be screwed into the wall. That's going to have to be done. I am also having delivered some like A2 size prints for that wall. I did think about hanging up all these different like Lincoln City bits that I've got, and they'll be on different walls, I think. But I think I just want some nice prints over there instead. Yeah, he's on loan at Charlton. I can't say his name, but he's on loan. We've not actually had the youth intake yet, to be fair, Leo. You've come the right time. It should be in the next few days or so, as we are losing to Charlton. And somehow we're still in the playoffs despite all of this, which is insane. Falcao, on you come. It's your time to make a change here. Gosh, wow, that's a huge change in pricing for you. That does make sense, yeah, you're moving around less. And I guess just naturally you get a bit colder, don't you? But I was quite jealous that he was able to do that. Is your boiler a combi or a classic? Got a picture. Not got a picture of the boiler. It's square or rectangular, if that makes... it's hung on a wall. It's rectangular. Does that tell you what you need to know? It's white. There's a separate screen on the wall to like control it. It's not like attached to the boiler of a screen, if that makes a difference as well. What on earth was that? Terrible. Right, let's make some more changes, shall we? Robertone, on you come. Maybe Bangora as well, actually. Surely it's a combi by the sound. Yeah, I'd agree with you. By the sound of things, I reckon it's a combi as well, in my experience. Totally agree. The football has not been good today. Oh God, Aaron, that sounds horrendous. Eyes frozen shut for 15... I'm not going to live on a boat. A boat I will not be living on. Charlie Kelman brings the ball forwards for Charlton. Go on, go on. Make my day, Charlie. Right, I'm not watching this. They've got a penalty. We lost 4-1. Combi controls both central heating and hot water. It should be a knob at the bottom on both sides. I've not seen any knobs on them. I have not seen any knobs. Right. Bristol City at home. Come on, we've got to win that game. And then after that, we've got the youth intake. Adventure. Not horrendous, I feel alive. Well, rather you than me, I think. Rather you than me. I'm so sick and tired of losing games. And we're just straight back in with another one. Oh my word. Right, players are a bit tired. We're going to bring Robertoni on the right-hand side for the tired Whittaker. Ailing's going to start ahead of Britton, who's tired. Neto and Morris need to come off as well, so we'll bring on Lewis Miley and Engel. Where is Lenahan? How long's he out for? Oh, 3 months, Lenahan. Okay, well, he's out for the rest of the season, isn't he? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the youth intake. That might make me feel better. Maybe. Have you got a hot water tank in the loft? No, no hot water tank in the loft. Can confirm, no hot water tank in the loft. I've been up there. It's actually mostly boarded up, actually, the loft, which is good. So I'm pretty happy about that. So it's a combi then. Wow. God, you're so clever. So the John still hit the gym, Tom. Well, I've not been for like 2 months, if I'm honest with you. I've not been since we moved in. We've been here about 3 weeks. And then I was very busy in a couple of weeks leading up to it because of getting ready for the move. So I've probably not been for like a month and a half. That's probably like a correct assumption, actually. Tomorrow, I've said to myself, I said I was going to go today, actually, but I didn't. So tomorrow morning, I'll go back to the gym. I need to get back into it because it's been a while. But yeah. What's the difference between the beta and a full game? Thanks for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Not much, really. The beta is like a testing phase, essentially, where they, find all the bugs in the game and try and fix them all in time for the official launch, kind of thing. So it's a more stable version of the game, essentially. Except for the console version, I'm not sure if it'll be good or not. I think it's meant to be very, very similar to the PC version, to be fair. And I think it will play very well using a controller on this user interface. Burrito Entertainment, my first time on stream. You love to see it. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. It's not been very good in terms of results, though, as McGree puts the ball into the middle. Cleared only as far as Naipan. Shots. Oh, why was Strelic not reacting to that? Oh, my word. Luke Ayling can't keep the ball in play. Spent 200k on rent in the last 11 years. Wow, that's crazy, man. So expensive renting, isn't it? And then they'll say, oh, you can't pay for a house because you've got no, record of paying stuff. When you pay more for rent than, a mortgage, probably, I'm sure. But I like the idea of Northern Spain. That sounds fun. That sounds very exciting. Why Northern Spain in particular? Just the weather, or...? I assume you speak Spanish as well. Yeah, I think everything is on the screen. Yeah, because I do the hot water on there and the okay. Thank you for your help, Sean. I think I've got a better understanding of how it all works now. Scott Twine for Bristol City gets past his man with it. No, we're not going to stick with Borough. We are going to do something different, but I've not decided on the team yet. Weather, motorbike tracks are my hobby, and cheap property. Hey, it's a nice combination of stuff. And if you can tie it all together with hobbies and things like that, that's really cool. All power to you, Aaron. That's sick. I'm not quite brave enough to do that. But I think it'd be fun to live abroad, but I'm not brave enough to do it. I live in Lincoln. I'm a Lincoln. I'm also a Lincoln boy. That's why I won't move to northern Spain anytime soon. It's home kind of thing. Address for team. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed at you because they are just terrible footballers right now. Yeah, Pentagon Challenge will be done on FM 26 100%. God, we have been so bad today. Are we still in the, if we end up losing this, do we finally drop out the playoffs? We're somehow still in 5th place. Incredible. How are we still... We've won 2 games all stream. 2 games all stream is what we've won. And we've dropped from 3rd to 5th. And we're only 6 points off Coventry in 2nd. Everyone is playing abysmally, surely. Because I don't understand how this is happening. Insane. You can continue with your beta saves. Yeah, you can continue with them. Absolutely. It all works. Falcao. Pjanic. Bangura. Please do something out there. I'm going more attacking. But we have created nothing. R.I.P. 2 injured players. Oh yeah, Hackney and Alien got... Okay, that's annoying. It didn't really tell me about that. Well, it did, because they're right there. I just wasn't looking. Another loss. Bro. Maybe we need to change a few things up. I mean, somehow we're still in... I don't understand how we're still in 5th. But today we started against Norwich. We won 4-0. We've drawn 2, lost 1, 2, 3, 5. We lost 5. Insane. The good news is the youth intake's around the corner to try and perk us up a little bit. No, we're not sacked in the morning yet. We're not sacked in the morning yet. I think we are still doing a pretty good job. Because we are 5th in the table or 6th or wherever we are. Somehow we are still in the playoff spots. Middlesbrough announce a fresh new intake of players. Four elite prospects. 4 elite prospects. Ah. Yeah, this is sick. 4 players with 5-star potential. Also, what a name. Kelland Binningsley. What a name. A no-nonsense centre-back. Who's 16 years old. He's a very good... Look, I love this. No-nonsense centre-back. Kelland Binningsley, 18 aggression, 14 tackling. He just comes in and crunches you. He's not fast. He's not that good at jumping. He's not particularly good at heading either. He just loves a slide tackle. He just loves a slide tackle. You could be my new favourite player. National League level already is pretty impressive. I feel like if their floor is National League at 16 years old, then I think that potential is pretty high. Kelland Binningsley. Also fairly professional personality. Yeah, nice. Yeah, only about 6 foot. That's true. A little on the shorter side for what I'd want in a centre-back. But Kelland Binningsley. What a great name. I love that name. You got Connor Jones. That's a boring name. Midfielder. 9 passing. 9 vision. He's clearly not a playmaker. I don't really know what he actually does, to be fair. Finishing, maybe he could be pushed further forwards. I wouldn't be against retraining him actually as a striker. At 15 years old. North-South National League. Could improve a little bit. A lot, sorry. Oh yeah, second striker. He'd work quite well as a second striker, wouldn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind Connor Jones. He's not as good as Kelland, though. Lewis Senior. I mean, I don't know. I understand that some people obviously just have kids early, but 16 years old and already Lewis Senior is a little tough. But Lewis Junior, you know, maybe he'll be just as good as a footballer as his dad. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But Lewis Senior, sorry, in the team here, very physical, very determined with a driven personality. But he's got no technical ability. I don't really know what he could do, if I'm honest with you. Passing and vision atrocious. So he's obviously not a playmaker. He's also not really like a box to box, although that's kind of it's not really a centre mid position now, is it? To be fair, so he can't really do that. Wide centre midfielder. Well, he's not great at crossing it. What does this bloke meant to do, Lewis? Physicals are good. You can run and like balance on a balance beam. So he just runs. And now I'm not feeling Lewis Senior. I'm not feeling him. Has to work on improving his tackling. He's got to work on improving everything. Yeah, he can do. He's determined to give you a rainbow flick. He'll run past you with a rainbow flick. That's what it'll do. He's 16, bro. Give him time. I want Lamine Yamal. That's what I want. I don't want Lewis Senior. I want Lamine Yamal. Ashley Millen is a left midfielder. Good dribbler. Decent first touch. Crossing could be a little better. But I can see the vision with him a little bit. Good passing as well. Good technique. Yeah, he's certainly a winger. Pace and acceleration needs to be better. Ashley Millen for me could be alright actually. National League level player already. I can see that. He's better than the other two. But you're right. He can do some dribbling and he can do some flair. No, Kellen Binningsley is definitely my favourite. Of the players down here, Sebastian Gonzalez is apparently more capable. And at 14 pace already is not bad. Again, very good we've got a good determination out of these players, haven't we? And flair, apparently. Like, is Ronaldinho in the coaching department here, just teaching them all to do rainbow flicks? Can play with both feet, so he actually could get his finishing and composure up to be an inside forward, or do the crossing and dribbling to be more of a winger. Kellen Binningsley does sound like a Bond villain, I do agree. Kellen Binningsley might be one of my favourite people or regen names ever. I've always thought they got taller, but I could be lying to you if I'm honest with you. I'm pretty sure they do. I'll usually with youngsters, I'll keep them in the youth team for a bit until they're like 17 or so and start to loan them out kind of thing. But loan them out to a team that's going to do very well in the league they're playing in. Like, I wouldn't loan them to a relegation candidate. I'd always loan them to like at least a mid-table team where they're going to play a lot of football and get good match ratings and things like that. Does it tell you where they're born anymore? Oh, it does down there. Oh, he's from Gibraltar as well. That's exciting. I'm going to say Sebastian Gonzalez, but English doesn't sound like a traditional English surname. But Gibraltar makes a lot more sense if he's got parents from there. These guys down here aren't worth looking at. I don't care about you. We can have a look at James Saul. Centre-back. A centre-back with foreheading. I'm not sure I don't think I trust you. You might be a good tackler, but I'm not trusting a centre-back with foreheading. And you know why he's going to get foreheading? It's because he's got a mohawk. He does not want to get that mohawk ruined. So yes, he's probably right. Left back is a bit better, isn't it? As a fullback, probably, with the marking, tackling, anticipation. Yeah, he does work kind of well as a fullback, actually. He just didn't want to ruin his mohawk. And I understand that. I respect it. And then J. McHarg. Oh, okay. Striker. 12 finishing, 9 composure, 11 pace. The makings of a decent player's there. Yeah, I do agree. Way too many mohawks. I agree. In-game editor, I'm not sure. I presume tomorrow, I'd imagine. It's a good name as well, J. McHarg. That is a good name. That feels like it should be Scottish, but it just says English there. Born in Billingham, wherever Billingham is. That feels like it should be in Lincolnshire, Billingham. Seems like a Lincolnshire sort of thing to me. Well, there we go. That was our youth intake. Took a little while. Took a little while longer to get there than I thought it was going to take. But we got there. We got to the youth intake. Also, that's a great name, by the way, there as well. Yubong Sunday, goalkeeper. God, there are so many good names in this. It's a shame he's got no potential ability at all. Like, he's not going to make it ever. He just won't improve. But it's a great name, Yubong Sunday. But the point is, we've got to the youth intake day. We've seen the players now. And now it's time that I need to try and hang some mirrors on the wall. That's going to be exciting. So we are going to finish things up here this evening. We're back tomorrow as we push on towards the end of the season. Probably similar time, around 7 o'clock sort of thing. I'll schedule for stream tomorrow at some point so you guys know when that's going to be. And we'll come back and hopefully win some games for a change. That would be quite nice. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. It was great to hang out with you all. Thank you for your advice as well, all the DIY stuff. I will let you know how the hanging of mirrors go tomorrow. And hopefully nothing breaks and it's all going to be okay. We'll work it out. We'll get there. Until next time, everyone. Lovely evening.